Hello and welcome back to First Worst. I am Spanners in the driver's seat without a license, flying down the highway.
The show on the road. Sound
We've
good?
got two runners today. We have Gerold Violence Blimson versus Kirii. Hello and welcome to both of you.
Yo.
How y'all doing? You ready for this?
Well,
Yeah, I think so.
got the
Okay.
condensate off my other eye, so now I'm good to go.
Being able to see is generally a positive thing. Got any trash talk before we get into it, or shall we just roll?
Get any trash talk.
Nicotine products are considered a special variety of hazardous waste called P-listed items. That's my trash talk. I'm talking about trash. You see, that's the joke.
Eat your hot dog. Eat your hot dog. And as soon as you both get in there, you have 3 rerolls. Please announce your rerolls to me so that I can keep track of them. And I will set you off as soon as you're both done.
Okay. Okay, I got the AWM and I'm keeping it.
You're keeping that? Okay.
What do we got?
No rerolls for Gerold.
I'll make this work. I got a shitty Makarov.
PMM. Lovely. Okay. No rerolls for Kirii, so you are both ready to go. That being the case, I am going to give you both a mute and a deafen, and
Wait,
I will.
before we start, I
Yeah.
have one very important thing to say because I know someone in chat will take offense to this, and I know who it is. New Jersey isn't real. That's all I have to say.
All right. Well, you heard it here first. New Jersey is not in fact real. I will set you both off now. Good luck, and I will see you on the other side.
Good.
Okay. Both our runners are off. We've got Kirii versus Gerold. This is, in fact, a Wiener's run. Let's see if Gerold's audio is caught up yet. Yes, I think we have. Both of our runners going through the hallways on the way to their supply points. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Can't hear myself think. Kirii taking a very aggressive route all the way through, clearing out that patrol. Gerold carefully cleaning out the guards and his supply point. Get out of the screen.
We ball with this? Fuck yeah.
Kirii using the 1-point bolt action roll, getting the... I believe that's a Winchester? I forget what that's called, but that's a lovely mag-fed 308. Gerold, on the other hand, rolling a very lovely 590 roll. That is our favorite roll, at least mine. So between the two runners, Gerold definitely has the edge as far as gear is concerned. Although Kirii looks like is able to run the slide bolting pretty quick. Collecting a token. Gerold's buying up some ammunition. Should get into our first hold.
You know, I wish I put
pretty
the music
dang
on
quick.
now. My fucking Spotify is just not working. So we're running this shit soundless. Fuck.
Yeah, we like no sound.
I heard mute and deafen, so I don't even know if chat can hear me. I hope chat can hear me. Hi, chat.
Quiet you, or
that's not right.
I will mute you. Kirii moving through first hold in the first hold already. So let us focus on that. Pipeworks taking an aggressive stance. Those Sussex stood no chance.
1, 2.
Counting up our statics, mapping out the room. Putting the PMM to good work. That's some good pistol work, if I do say so myself. There's the statics. 2 down quickly. Sniping the third. Suppressing the Sosigs at the bottom of the stairs. It's taking a little extra time, but we're in control of the room. 2 more. We're looking for, I think, our last one. Here it is down under the stairs. Kirii is through. First hold. Just in time for Gerold to enter hold 1.
Hold this position. Analyzing system.
And there we go. Gerold, on the other hand, with the shotgun. A big difference in equipment. Also having no trouble keeping this room.
What's that? Fuck you.
1, 2, 3.
Mapping out the
4,
room. Seems like we got a pretty good spread all at the top of the stairs for Gerold.
Encryption.
That long slide having a little bit of trouble, but smoothly taking out the first 4. Switching to the Arctic Warfare. The last 2, and Gerold is also through. Nice and clean clears from both of our
Data
runners.
extracted.
It's still anyone's
4
game.
override tokens found. Advance to next system
Fuck.
node and take it.
Why did I heard a fucking floater. I hate I made me turn around. You're a piece of shit, you stupid ass floater.
Kirii,
Damn it.
expressing some personal feelings about the floaters.
Dang.
We're not fans. I can definitely relate to that.
Oy, oy, oy.
But Kirii is in
Just realized this ain't
the supply
way I
point.
wanted to go.
Gonna buy, I bet, a 2-point shotgun, getting the M2 Tactical.
God damn
A
it.
very lovely,
In the event I get a really bad
lovely
roll,
shotgun.
I at least have a fallback from this thing.
That shotgun you can take all the way through to the end. No trouble whatsoever. Moving all of our attachments over to it as well. Really putting the tactical in the M2 Tactical.
Born too
Gerold
late to
sneaking up
change
on the
my
supply
mind.
points. Doing a bit of shotgun surgery there. There we go.
Born
Kirii
too
really
early
interrupted by patrol. No trouble.
to explore the stars.
Now, what do you think Gerold's gonna buy?
Override
I
token
bet
found.
Gerold's gonna buy a 2-point shotgun.
Born just
And
in time
flashlight.
to be Gerold Williams Williamson.
Token found.
A 1-point shotgun buy from Gerold. That's an interesting choice. I wouldn't have expected that.
Eh,
We're doubling down on our 1-point shotguns.
Override token found.
Switching to your second shotgun is way faster than reloading. That is definitely true. Also buying a shield. Yeah. Going into the power-up market nice and early.
Token found.
Kirii also buying
Good, good, good.
ammunition
Work with.
power-up. So I think we're definitely going to be banking up on these for later down the line. Power-ups are always useful to get.
dang it.
Gerold having trouble riding the elevator a little bit. There we go. We got up there. Carefully going up on our floaters. Dodging past the laser tripwires so we keep our stealths. Disrespecting the floaters. And my chameleon eye is ready to go. Here he's clearing out. Second hold in garden, of course. It looks like Gerold's going the long way around to enter garden from the
Okay,
other
cool.
side. That's a much safer spot.
Facing with system node.
But it's enough time that Kirii is in hold 2.
1,
Analyzing
2.
system.
Right.
I do like garden as a second hold. It's very cozy. I like standing up on that pillar right there, and you can kind of clockwork sentry
1, 2, 3.
all of the entrances. Kirii also choosing to hold up high in the corner. Got a good view of all the hardens that are going to pop in. Keeping the M2 topped up. One-handing the first one with a pistol, getting interrupted
mean
by
to do that, but okay.
entries. Still picking off our hardens from top. Taking a moment to pay attention to Sosigs, and we are through the hardens. Easy peasy. Gerold, while this is going on, is clearing out hold 2 as well.
Analyzing system.
Hello?
Maintaining a very aggressive stance on these Sosigs, and Gerold has also entered Oh, the 2.
1, 2.
Oh, I've really got to get my chameleon eyes going here.
What's going on over here? There's 3s down here.
We haven't had any grass touching yet, unless I missed it. This is the place to do it. So is it grass. We have a much more defensive spot from Kirii.
Encryption detected.
And we've got swarms up on Kirii, hardens up on Gerold.
Oh my fucking controller!
Ooh, I had a bit of controller trouble from Kirii there. Hopefully, it was still a pretty quick clear on that
A
side.
fucking clear sight picture, and then it decides to do this amazing. Oh my god.
Advance to next
Okay, I didn't know I did that.
and take it.
Gerold is still hunting down hardens. There we go. We got the last couple. Going through nice, slow, and
Advancing
steady.
to next system layer.
Alright.
Analyzing system.
So far, so good. Holding up top on the bridge here. A double kill with our number 4
I
buckshot.
fucked that up. God. I hate floaters. I was supposed to try to be.
Gerold keeping very good control of this room. No Soseg is getting past this runner. Just waiting for our swarms to pop in. Should be right about now. Outside. There we go. First one's down quick. Second one is taken care of. Finishing off the third, and Gerold is through the third hold. Is what I would say if that were true. Gerold's actually through the second hold.
5 override tokens.
Both are runners neck and neck. If I had to guess, I'd say Kirii probably has the edge there for encryption clearing speeds. I don't believe either of our runners have taken any hits yet. So I think hold 3 is where we're really going to see any differences start to show themselves. Kirii is cleaning out, I believe this is stacks, I might be wrong, but this supply point can be a real pain to clear out stealthily. Because if you come through the stairs, you can get spotted pretty easily. If you...
Hey, yo! Hey, fucking yo! We're back. I can
Hey,
work with this.
that is a lovely shotgun roll from Kirii. Man, I
am
can't
scared this
even
thing lacks a fucking
remember the name of that.
anything else other than a fucking
It's
front sight.
that shotgun. I'm gonna remember it, and then I'm gonna feel really dumb for forgetting the name of that shotgun. The Saiga 12. With the 20-round mags, I think. That might even be a 25-round drum.
Alright.
But that is definitely the last shotgun we'll ever need to buy there. Filling it up with number 4. Gerold saying hi to a floater there.
Better yet, actually, we'll just...
Filling up with number 4 and slugs. So it looks like this is going to be a primary weapon for Kirii.
Alright, well, it looks like I'm not gonna need attachments for the rest of the game. Well...
Override token found.
That is a lot of firepower for one roll. That is a very lucky roll.
It's days like this, I wish I had a fucking dovetail. But this'll do fine. Taking into
Gerold
consideration everything.
sneaking through
Right?
the vents in the meantime, just like John McClane. Although I don't remember this part of dialogue.
You know, I should have had enough for a third,
Gun.
well, because I bought the shoddy. Oh, because I bought slugs, that's right.
Sounds like Kirii is just about done shopping, so I expect we're going to see some event action.
Yeah, no, we're just rolling like this.
Yes.
Override
Gerold
token
has,
found.
in the meantime, cleared
I'm
out
side-getting it.
his supply
I'm
point.
side-getting it.
Got lots of points to play with here. What's Gerold going to buy? Gerold is going for the 2-point shotgun. All right, we've got some shotgun enthusiasts here. You love to see it. The 2-point roll is something I would have expected to see for the last hold. But I respect it. Taking our sights off the Arctic Warfare. Are we selling the Arctic Warfare? Yes, we are.
No.
Or are we? We're thinking twice. Gerold has thought twice and looks like we'll keep the Arctic Warfare for hold 3, which I think is a good idea. We might see this on Kirii's side, but this room is at about the distance where you start seeing shotguns really fall off in effectiveness.
Here he goes.
But we will find out
1, 2,
in
3,
hold
4,
3.
5. Okay.
At the top of the stairs, counting
Not
down
today,
our
bitch.
hardens.
Not today. Not today.
Not getting the quick pop at long range, but Kirii has enough buckshot that it does not matter.
Nothing spawned in the dumb spot.
Bullying down those Sosigs, quickly taking out our hardens. Precision doesn't matter. We've got a drum. There's one more. There it is. Hardens. That was a nice quick clear. And Gerold has entered hold 3 as well.
Hold this position.
Chameleon mode, engage.
Analyzing system.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5's next.
Gerold taking a much different spot,
5. Okay.
choosing to hold down on the floor. Taking a much more aggressive stance with the Sosigs.
Hardened encryption detected.
Hardens are up for Gerold. Putting that shotgun to good work. Stopping to reload. We're pretty safe. You can pull pot shots at that Sosig here.
Show it.
Kirii is at the top of the balcony.
Encryption
Wait for the swarms. There they are. And Gerold's done with the Hardens.
advancing to next system layer. Encryption
And that was a pretty good swarm clear for Kirii as well.
Analyzing system.
Both our runners showing very good control of this room.
Analyzing system.
2.
What's over there? What on earth?
Did take a hit there. We're seeing that number 4 have trouble getting through their gas masks. There we go.
What's that?
It was very polite of those Sosigs to wait while Gerold reloaded.
Swarm encryption detected.
Swarm took Gerold down.
Neutral.
2 down pretty quick. 3, 4. I think there's one more.
What's that?
There's the Sosigs and there's the swarm.
Neutralized.
Just in time
I'm
for
sorry. What?
recursives to pop up.
Oh wait! Whoa! Whoa!
Advancing
Whoa!
to
Whoa! Whoa!
next
Whoa!
system layer.
Kirii switching to slugs to pick off the recursives.
Analyzing
Had a bit of an
system.
ammo fumble there. Carefully lining up with the slugs. There's the first one gone. I think we're gonna chase down the second.
Not gonna deal with you.
Choosing to ignore the Sosigs for some slug surgery, and Kirii is through hold 3. No, it's taken.
I grabbed the wrong fucking bag. Whoopsie daisy.
Just in time to focus on Gerold while waiting on recursives here. Choosing to hold at the opposite stairs, which is pretty safe place to be.
Recursive encryption detected.
Recursives are up.
Neutralize it.
There is the Arctic Warfare picking off the first recursive. One more shard. Ooh, missed that one. One-handed flick to that Sosig. Resume our marksmanship. The first recursive is down.
Oh, damn it.
Come in.
One-handed flick again. Oh, but the rest of this room is full of Sosigs.
God
We're gonna have to get pretty aggressive here.
All right.
Oh, we're
Fine.
taking a firefight here.
Yep. It is
We're
happening.
in a firefight. Quickly getting down that last recursive before we get overwhelmed, and Gerold is safely through.
Bullshit.
Data extracted.
Between our two runners, I would say Kirii definitely has the edge in score here, but we still have 2 more holds to resolve this. And anything can happen. You could get hit by a green berry, you could get lasered by a Death Star, could get shot to death,
Shit. Okay.
you get poisoned by a barrel dog. Gerold picking up a bit of a snack there.
Damn it. It's a problem.
Kirii fishing for a bullet boost.
Hmm.
Is there another roll in there?
I hope this game-
You used up all your good luck on the
Makes
Sega.
me- I need a bullet boost, not.
Sega Saiga used up all your good luck. That's 3 infinite ammos.
Looks like we're playing it old school.
That's definitely gonna be annoying
You'll
later
be
on.
for, let's see,
But
orthogonal, cascading.
Kirii will never ever have to worry about
Regen.
reloading again.
I am prone to rigid thinking. Weird. Not all the horrible coding.
Thinking about shopping, Gerold sneaking through the vents.
No, not regen. I'm running suppressor, but I don't make the gun.
So I
Yeah,
wonder what
there's the
Gerold will
rest.
roll this time as Kirii strategizes.
We're so back.
Huh?
Choosing to roll the infinite ammo again. There's our bullet boost that we've been fishing for this whole time. Although I don't care to add up how many points were spent on buying that. Yes, I do care. Let's see here.
A 1 pixel.
2 and then 2,
hole.
or a lot of points.
Probably.
We spent a lot of
Nah.
points fishing for that bullet
Maybe.
boost.
Gonna give himself the most possible fucking chance he can.
Gerold
Thank you.
waiting
Okay.
patiently for the Sentinel to float past.
Today'd be good. You sure? You
You're
sure
just
you're gonna
gonna
bounce
roll?
back over
Right.
there too?
It can get a little annoying when you're just
What's gonna happen?
waiting there whistling the Jeopardy theme to yourself.
Consult a medical professional. Wait.
Which is very interesting to me that both our runners are going down
them went red.
shotgun routes, which is
betcha.
relatively unusual, but you do love to see it. Gerold's cleaned out
Careful I don't get puttered.
his next point. Talking about getting puttered by a Death Star.
No one heard that right.
I'm safetying it. So that's enough of that. So orthag, cascade.
Any minute
Regen.
now, the penthouse will be open for business for Gerold. There's an angry Iris on the side. Just hosing it down with buckshot.
Oh, what the?
Oh!
Wait, my bullets are just going. Okay. Okay.
Did
I
get
guess just go right through it.
slapped a little bit there. That was a
Override
close one. Those things can hit
I'm
you
not-
really hard.
Why is it just not doing anything?
And we are learning in real time that the irises
Override
don't respond
program.
very well to
What
shotguns.
the- Am I just not? Was I just not hitting it?
Shotguns can kill it. Oh, that is an unfortunate roll for
That was really
Gerold's
fucking
side.
strange.
The Maliak, although it did at least come in with the big drum for the AK.
Maybe.
All right, Sentinel, you gonna go any fucking slower?
I don't know who has the edge gear-wise so far. The Maliak, I guess, has the edge just for the raw firepower, but the Sega has way more utility in my view. Between the two, I think I might prefer to have the Sega. Yes, the Maliuk. Gerold's selling at
Override
590
token
while
found.
Kirii enters. Hold 40. In bunker. This is
Yeah.
bunker, right? This is
All
bunker.
the boxes.
Oh shit! I forgot to put this thing down, didn't I?
Choosing I don't know why. Oh. They're trying to blind the Sosigs with a flashlight on the floor. It's an interesting strategy.
I don't know.
Stealths are up. Hunting down the
Pretty
last
bad.
one, two. There it is. If you can't
No,
find it,
pretty
it's
elevated.
always over your head.
Wait, no.
Advancing to next system layer.
That's just a rule for the stealths.
Analyzing system.
Whoa, that's a crazy looking shadow.
Here we can booga booga'd by
Poly spawning.
the player's shadow here. Neither of our runners should have any trouble keeping control of this room. This is very reminiscent of a hold that would show up in the classic hallways, which I think is very cozy. Those iron
shoot for this
sights on the
I don't trust myself.
Sega do leave some to be desired. But the recursive is up. I believe we have switched to our slugs.
God damn it!
Did take a hit there. That's going to cost points,
Ah.
especially when there was just one shard left on the polymorphic. But that was a pretty quick clear, nevertheless. And Gerold has just entered hold 4 as well.
Analyzing.
If Gerold rolled tracers for that,
Uh-oh.
that'll make
That's
it a
not good.
little more useful, especially with hip firing.
Again.
Stealth encryption.
Stealths
detected.
are up for Gerold.
New-
Taking out 2 of them pretty quick to start out with. Hunting down the rest. There's the third one. Fourth. That was a lucky spawn for Gerold. Only 4 stealths to deal with. All in a line.
Advancing to next system
That was a
layer.
good stealth clear on Gerold's part.
Analyzing system.
And the regen is in for Kirii. Just not quite enough ammo. But the number 4 buckshot making short work of that regen. Kirii is
So now we have one
through.
four tag.
Hold 4.
I don't know what it is.
Just in time for Gerold to get the polymorphic on this side,
By one.
is what I would say for true. Any moment now.
Polymorphic encryption detected. Neutralize it.
There's the polymorphic. Gonna have to carefully pick this off one shot at a time. Did drop down to semi, which is a good move for this.
Encryption
And that was a
neutralized.
nice, clean polymorphic clear on Gerold. In total control. No
Advancing
hits
to
taken.
next system layer. Analyzing system.
Just hosing down the breachers, showing off all of the
My
armor-piercing
word.
power of the 7.62 by 39mm cartridge. Well, the tracers do make for a very nice light show, you have to admit.
You.
Ooh, Kirii taking some shots in control there.
Out of here, dude.
Was very rudely interrupted. Gerold waiting patiently for the regen to pop in about
Regenerative
not
encryption.
quite the same spot. But definitely have the ammunition capacity for a very quick regen clear on Gerold's part, and both our runners are through hold
Data
4.
extracted. Advance to next system.
I think Kirii
layer.
might still have the edge score-wise, but that gap is definitely narrowed. So I think it's going to come down to hold 5.
Nope. No end in sight.
This is still anyone's run.
Really would have thought.
I didn't catch what Kirii bought right there. Just making sure we're not getting interrupted by another patrol.
Where's the
Gerold dancing with an iris
oh.
on the way to the next supply point. Except that's not the supply point. That's just the vents again.
Really? That would've been cool.
No way you
Catching the
don't
token with
know.
your head. Always a good style move.
Shield.
So Kirii
Take it.
is really stocking up on power-ups here.
My gun finally being randomly
We've got a
being let go.
shield, we've got a ghost,
Come on, you.
we've still got infinite ammo, we've got bullet boost. We've got it all.
That's the hold. I wanted to go
Leaping
to
through the
A.
Sentinel, not a care in the world.
Nope.
I don't know, guys.
Meanwhile, Gerold is
What
having
if you
a
checked on it this week?
meaningful conversation with the guards.
What if you went to check out that weird noise this week instead of next?
The
I don't know.
last
I'm
the
not gonna
last
tell you how
hold
to
in
do
this
your
seed is
fucking
very hard to
job.
clear out without getting
But
seen,
maybe.
although it can be done. Be very slow and careful. Kirii might have some trouble getting those kills because we are
No, I
at
don't wanna be
pretty long
here.
range for the effectiveness of buckshot. As we've
Supposed to do this
seen,
thing.
rushing the node and Kirii is in hold 5.
Analyzing system.
Does this have a bolt Hoboken?
Gun, stop! Stop!
Have a bit of control trouble there. No trouble.
Good grief!
Damn, really?
Popping the infant ammo early so we get our cascading down quickly. Just hosing it down.
Wait.
Mashing the trigger.
Stealth.
Popping all the kernels. And that is the cascading for Kirii. A lovely
Fuck
This
goal.
thing, this thing's gonna get me killed.
Come on.
Calling it out.
That thing's gonna be going off forever.
A lovely clear indeed. Now we're on to, I believe, the speed meet round. Waiting for the orthogonal to come in. Keeping good control. This wave of SO6 is slightly less heavily armed
Here goes.
than the others in this hole, but there are more of them. Compulsively reloading, gazing at our infinite ammo. There's the orthogonal, there's the power-ups. Now just to focus down on this encryption, hated by all. Does a very good, very
Hot
quick
damn! Let's fucking
orthogonal
go.
clear. Yes, Kirii's very excited about that one.
Kick.
That was a big score boost there.
Analyzing system.
Is that it? Everyone
A
dead?
big score
Where y'all at?
boost.
Where y'all at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
One guy
8,
stealthing me out.
9,
We're counting the seconds until the
11,
regen pops in.
13,
Dreamer's nightmare.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
For those of us in chat who didn't learn how to count from the count,
Do I go for
5,
the
26, 7,
infinite fumbo?
really trying to min-max our
30.
time for the power-ups. There's our ghost. So we can clear out some of these SOSIGs before the
Bruh.
refractive pops in. There's our bullet boost,
Can't do both.
and it's over.
Neutralize it. Encryption
A very lovely clear on Kirii's side with a 125 4400. You write that down so I don't forget. 25 4400.
returning to interface.
Okay.
Let's see, where is Kirii
Damn
here?
it.
125
How is that my
44.
best stealth? Oh, okay,
100.
I also just took. Yeah.
Oh, respectable score from Kirii.
I
Will
don't get
Gerold
readout.
be able
I don't
to
understand.
beat that?
Shouldn't
Let's
be-
find out right now.
Well, no, there's nothing else to get.
Gonna hang out with just Gerold now.
Maybe nothing for that.
Some shopping going on. Oh, it looks like
Get
Gerold is bought
sluggos.
many
line.
power-ups. There we go. Stop that.
Oops. That's not what I wanted.
Gerold accidentally buying some Dragon's Breath. Not sure that was intentional or not. I don't think Gerold bought any guns from this station. Although we are keeping Dragon's Breath for the first show. I don't understand. This is a new strategy to me. Definitely, Gerold has decided to triple down on power-ups, which for this far into the run, I'd say is the way to go. Suppressing the guards to start
Oh
with.
shit! I'm about to get puttered.
Just
Interfacing
bum
with
rushing
system node.
the final hold.
Hold this
And
position.
we are in it. Hold 5.
Analyzing system.
Running up top in this little courtyard here. Trying to bait out the Sosig. That vent Sosig can be really
God.
annoying. As can
Ermagerd. Curse burns.
Cascading encryption.
Cascading is on. Spraying down. Very good.
Advancing to
Cascading
next
clear
system
on
layer. Analyzing system.
So far, so good. In good control of this room. Calm, cool, collected. With an abomination in hand. Once again, showing off all of the armor-piercing
Orthogonal
capabilities.
encryption detected.
There is... Oh, we've popped a bullet boost instead of infinite ammo. Gerold might miss that later.
Nope.
And we're discovering that.
Nope.
That was still a pretty good orthogonal
so
clear
much
from
worse.
Gerold.
Advancing to
Outta
next
here.
system layer.
It looks like all of the bullet boosts that
Analyzing
Kirii
system.
was fishing for ended up in Gerold's inventory. Now we are just waiting for the refractive. Pop in another bullet boost so we can just
Huh?
Fire!
pop down these Sosigs. There's our Dragon's Breath. So one Sosig got nice and toasty with that.
Coming from every damn direction.
Bullet boost is nice to have when you have something that's a little underpowered like the Maliak. I think we took a bit of a hit there. Nope, we're still good. Still at full health. Pop in our power-ups.
Refractive
Hunting down
encryption
refractive.
detected.
There it is.
Neutralize it.
What the
Yep,
fuck?
you had Dragon's Breath in there. There's one, and two, and Gerold is through.
Oh, cause right.
Hold successful.
That's
The
why.
127, 59.
That's why.
Advance to
50.
next system
Gerold
layer.
Man, how the
takes
hell
this
did I
lead.
do
Record that
1.27
Returning
getting
to
that
interface.
much damage?
127.
How the hell I do it?
50. That is a very close score. So,
Into the pit.
let us deliver the news. Yeah, I thought Gerold was going to get
Mwah.
beaten out there, but that was a close call. So, let us hop back in and say hello to our contestants. Welcome back to both of you.
Hello.
How are the two of you feeling about those runs?
Pretty good.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Feeling pretty good? I will say your scores are very close.
Oh boy.
It is a close call indeed. Just to rip this band-aid off, I will read out Kirii's score first, because you finished first. Kirii, you finished with a 125, 4,400. Gerold has gone through with a 127, 59,
shit.
50. So, Gerold takes this round. Kirii, you are getting knocked down to the goulash, but not all is lost. You can still fight your way to the bitter end.
You didn't wear the maid dress. Shoulda wore the maid dress, man.
I should have.
You got debuffed.
Well played for both of you. That was a couple of very good runs to see. Kirii, all of the infinite ammo, or rather all of the bullet boosts that you were fishing for earlier, they all ended up in Gerold's inventory.
How did I know? They gotta go somewhere.
Yeah.
Bit of a gear disparity there. I was very interested that both of you were going down the shotgun route. Any thoughts on that? On your strategies with your purchasing decisions?
I mean, you first,
yeah.
Gerold.
Well, yeah. So, the worst semi-auto shotgun you can get is the boot grip, and the worst submachine gun you can get is unusable. so I went for I went for the one with the higher floor.
I see. So you were rolling the safer 1 point early on, and then you decided to drop in later,
Something like that, yeah.
something like that.
The 1 points I was hoping for a KS-23 because, I always hope for the KS-23. But when you don't get that, you go for the 2 token, and that was, that was good enough for the rest of it.
Seemed to work out pretty well. Kirii,
Mhm.
you rolled very well with that Sega. Got the big drums too.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I was hoping for the dovetail, but I mean, the Saiga is fine on its own.
Well, if you just fill the room with buckshot, you don't have to aim, you know.
Exactly. And plus, honestly, as I kind of learned with seed, this is only a seed 6 thing, as I've kind of realized is that it shotguns are insanely viable here. Like, if I got like a dog shit pull and got like the 55k, I would have just ran that the M2 the rest of the way.
The
Like,
M2 Tactical was a very good roll to get early on.
no, yeah. I just wish I used it more, honestly. Besides just having it as util for the very, very end. I mean, it was fine for what it was, even at the very end. But yeah, no, I think it's just the range of engagement for 6. I can't say on the rest of them, but 6 in particular is just very conducive to buckshot.
They make a very good utility, although we do see a couple of holds in Seed 6 with engagement ranges long enough that the buckshot starts to fall off a bit.
And that's why I packed slugs. Well,
And that's
for when I needed it, anyways.
that's why you use slugs.
And,
You get a
like,
lot of utility
3
in your
onward,
ammunition.
I mean, yeah. And plus, I mean, slugs are dirt cheap for what you're getting.
1 point. Speaking of
As long as it's
ammunition,
flush, they die.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of ammunition, Gerold, how about that dragon's breath?
Doggram, Dragon's Breath?
I wanted to have one bit of fun in my run.
That's
I allowed myself
illegal.
one treat.
We
Oh.
we outlaw whimsy around here,
Oh,
okay?
no. Oh,
If you're not
shit.
playing
Am I
meta,
out? Am
it's
I
straight to
fucking
jail
done?
with you. So I'm gonna have to play us out here while I take Gerold to fun jail.
Fun jail. I love having fun. I mean, no, I hate having. I mean, no, I do love having fun. So this is
it's
perfect.
the jail we send people who have fun too.
To have more fun.
Get out of here. All right. Thanks everyone for tuning in for this run of First Worst. Gerold, congratulations on your victory. Kirii, commiserations on your defeat, but not all is yet lost. So we
Indeed.
will see both of you next time right here on First to Worst. Take care.
Bye-bye!